in the marriage between you and the Spirit of God is the between you and the Spirit of God, because that's what covenant is, lies freedom from the systems of this world. Marriage. Let's talk about marriage for a second, because there's the earthly expression of marriage and there's the spiritual component of marriage. So marriage, man must be married. It's not good for man to be alone. No man is single. Like I said, you submit to something beyond yourself. Even if you confess to be atheist, you are actually of great faith, because your conviction can be turned like this in a second, and you are on the opposite side, the complete opposite side. Denial doesn't mean nullification of existence. Just because you deny something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. In fact, it's all around you. So just wake up a little. It's not good for man to be alone. You must be connected to something higher than you. Your body is dependent on your cognizance to live. It's a good example of it, actually, that your physical body needs you, your higher consciousness, to remain in this earth. If you decide of your higher consciousness, which is just your mind and your decision making, your mind, will, and emotions, to not eat a single piece of food again and to not drink any kind of liquid again, give it some time, your body will perish, and your body can do nothing about it, because it is at the will of it literally depends on your will. The breath of God that he breathed into you, into every man, regardless of their belief, when they were created, you were dust, blown life into, you were given life. That's kernel of life is 100% dependent on God, 100% dependent on God. And you have free will, obviously, so you can just wake up one day and say, I will not acknowledge God, I will not do this, I will do this, I will do this. Go for it. But just know that the kernel of life within you comes from him. The kernel of life within you comes from him. It is not good for man to be alone. If a man is not married to Jehovah, they are married to another, which is really just like whoredom. God doesn't like that. He doesn't like it one bit, actually. That's why he detests idolatry, doesn't like it one bit. Doesn't like it one bit. Doesn't like that you still peep your horoscope. Doesn't like that you go to fortune tellers. Doesn't like that you worship the sun. Doesn't like that you hit your sun salutations. Doesn't like that at all. Who are you worshiping? What are you worshiping? There's only one God and one kernel of life within you. Just like the church is the bride and Christ is the daddy of the house. Okay. The church is the bride and Christ is the groomsman. Marriage or a relationship with Jesus frees you from the limitations that rule the systems of the world that we live in. And maybe if God leads, we will do a teaching on what those systems are, because there are a lot of them and they're going to shock you. And it'll shock you to know that cities are ruled by certain systems and structures. That is why everyone in New York, XYZ, everyone in Miami, XYZ, everyone in London, XYZ, systems and structures of this world that rule over those places. You are called to be free, though. If you're listening to this, you're called to be free. You are called to be free. You are above all of those systems because of who you are in relationship with, because of who you are in. Jesus. Jesus frees you completely, just immunes you to the effects of these systems and the rules of these systems. And that's what they don't want you to know. That's what they don't want you to know. Red pill, blue pill. That's what they don't want you to know. You are called to be free. You are free. The energy within you. Oh my God. Sorry. The God energy is rising in me. The energy within you is free. Is free. You do not live in sickness. You do not live in poverty. You do not live in discouragement. You don't live in, I'm not this, I'm not that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Come out of it now. And like now. Come out of it now. You come out of it through relationship with Jesus. You come out of it through relationship with Jesus. You guys are going to figure out like how. how I can't control some of these little movements. Just forgive me. Anyway, so let's wrap up.